we were working at the same record store at the same time. Well, not at the same time, but different times. And I'd heard from a friend of ours who worked there that he was looking for a singer, a black singer who could sound like Little Richard, but you know, but can scream and howl and yowl and all that. We got together, took me over his house, played all these wonderful records that he owned, all these 45s, from Mama Get the Hammer, There's a Flies on the Baby's Head, to Bip Bop Bip, to all this crazy black wild rock and roll and rockabilly and soul stuff, and stayed there for a good while. And that's what happened. We just said, hey, I think this can happen.
We wanted to kind of sound like we were like a garage version of like Ike Turner's band in Memphis in like 1956 or something. We wanted to do it the way we kind of conceived it, and nobody was really doing it that way, and nobody's really doing it that way now either, you know. I'm sad about it. Well, I'm sad about it. I ended up quitting because I went to grad school while we were playing earlier, and we had done 2 albums that did really well critically, and we were starting to move up, but I kind of had to pay my student loans off, and I'd been playing for 12 years, you know, in a bunch of different bands, and it was time for me to quit, and they kept going for a while, and then eventually Phil ended up leaving, and then Barry got a whole different cast of characters together. And
I did about 3 other albums with these guys. Then that finally stopped about 1995. I started talking to Peter again, and I hadn't talked to him in a very, very long time, and since then he had become king of his own domain.
I like to describe it as I was like a caveman that was frozen in ice for 25 years, and the ice started melting when the Ace Records thing came out. And then I talked to Barry and Phil, and we said, well, why don't we all get together? And they came out to New Mexico, and and the ice was continuing to melt. And then we did some shows there, and then we said, well, why don't we make a new album? We needed a sax player and a drummer, so, you know, I knew Andy via a reunion show I had done with an old band, The Customs, in Cincinnati, Ohio. And I said, if I got to play with somebody again, it would get Andy Jody, because he's a great drummer. And Barry knew Tom, and we were lucky to get him too. So we rehearsed for a week, learned all these songs we had pulled together, and that was, you know, we made the album. And then we started touring, and things started happening. We had done the album on Munster, and you know, that was kind of a work in progress. It was really our just first outing, and we started writing new songs, and we really thought they were good, and we've been touring a bunch, mostly in Europe, and we decided, we'd record a new album, and we made the record we wanted to make, and we're getting ready for a new one now that we'll probably do in the fall. For me, it was good because I came out, I hadn't been beaten down for 25 years in the music business. As you're getting older, you get old and oh, you're not fashionable anymore, and oh, maybe I should try doing this kind of music to make some more money. But I hadn't had that. I left on a high note playing with these guys, but when I finally was able to play again, after my kids grew up and stuff, I was ready to, I was enthusiastic and excited, which is something that's hard to do when you get to be in your 50s,
Yeah, I agree as well. I also, had the advantage of not recording or doing any embarrassing music in the 90s, which was a good decade to miss in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And also, it was fresh. I had played with my family and at home nearly every day. So it wasn't like I hadn't touched the instrument, but I was ready to go again. And with these guys, it's always,
and somehow Barry just
good thing.
Maintains his ability to, be exciting, after all these years.
Once I hit this stage, it's the music that just takes over. I think that's what happens. It's in my blood, I guess. It's one of those things where you just get up on stage and you let it all hang out. You just let it. From all the years of R&B singers and performers, once they get on stage, they got a job to do. To perform, and they'll do it. To get a clap, a yell, a scream, or a response, they pretty much will do sometimes anything. I've learned it from some of the best by watching them when I was growing up. Guys like James Brown and Otis Redding, and George Clinton, Sly and the Family. When they came out, they grabbed the crowd's attention immediately. There was an old saying, if you didn't come to party, take your dead ass home. And that's what it was. People would get like, I definitely came to party. I'm not believing it. But so that's what it is.
From being an outsider or a new member coming in playing with these guys, it's like play with more energy than some 20-year-olds I see or some bands that I've shared bills with. Just a lot of raw energy, it's not, as you say, not mailing anything in, man. So
we never mail it in. We're there to have a good time at a party for ourselves as well as for them, and we enjoy what we're doing, and it shows, and it's real.